All right, man. Let's talk about the Lions taking on the Dallas Cowboys, which I think this will be considered America's game of the week. They will be in Dallas. I'm guessing that Tom Brady is going to be calling this game. Uh, FYI, Sunday Night Football is Cincinnati at the Giants, which got a little bit more interesting than Monday night, which is very interesting. It's Buffalo versus the Jets, so I think two very interesting games. It's a 4:25 kickoff start. I think Dallas is on. Dallas might be on Central Time. I could be 100% wrong on that one, but I think Dallas is on Central Time. But it's a one. It's a 4:25 p.m. Uh, kickoff start in Dallas. So yeah, they 1 hour behind us Central Time. I remember when I went to college, and where I went, it was Central Time, bro. That made a difference. That 1 hour made a difference for real, for real. So yeah, the Lions are taking on the Cowboys. Let's go straight to the injury report because that should be interesting here. Um, for the Cowboys, Michael Parsons is questionable. Keelan Carson is questionable. Marshawn Keelan is doubtful, and Tyler Guyton is doubtful. And Deron Bland, the other corner who led the league in picks, is on IR. He'll probably be back in a few weeks. Now, not sure if Parsons is going to play. He's supposed to be out a couple weeks. But DeMarcus Lawrence, by the way, he didn't play last week. Yeah, he didn't play last week, so he ain't on the injury list. But it's an update on him. So let's look at the update. So it says Cowboys provide a massive Parsons update ahead of Week 6. Said the Cowboys Jerry Jones owner says Michael Parsons ankle is close to returning, but he's iffy for Sunday against the Lions. Deron Bland, I don't think so. So I don't know what they said about DeMarcus Lawrence. So hold on. So nothing on DeMarcus Lawrence. So that he playing. I don't think he played last week. So it's nothing on DeMarcus Lawrence. So let me see. Trying to pull that up. So yeah, it's nothing on him right now. No, they say he's missing 4 to 8 weeks. So yeah, he's out. He's out of there. So he won't be playing from what I just read. So we'll see Parson. That's huge. But then Christian Mahogany, they open up his practice window for the Lions. If you don't know who that is, it's the guard we took out of Boston College, which had a very successful collegiate career. But what happened was one of his legs was longer than the other leg. So it dropped his draft stock, or one of the reasons his draft stock dropped. So, but Frank Ragnow questionable with the pec tear. Like I said, I probably would steal as much time as possible for Frank Ragnow, honestly. But coming off the bye, they feel like, he got enough time to heal. But Brian Branch, he came to practice questionable. Derek Barnes went on IR. But I think that's permanent IR. I could be wrong about that one. That's not permanent IR because F.A. Malafano on a 4-week IR. So F.A. Malafano is out. Barnes is out for sure. Ragnar Branch went back to practice questionable. And he opened up Christian Mahogany, the guards, practice time. So the Lions have a 57.2% chance of beating Dallas in Dallas. Jared Goff, 1,015 yards, 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Playing better late. Jahmyr Gibbs, 54 carries, 285, 3 touchdowns. Jameson Williams, 289, 2 touchdowns, 13 catches. For the Cowboys, Dak is 1,424 yards, 8 TDs, 4 interceptions. Whoever this Darwin dude is, 54 carries, 221. No TDs. CeeDee Lamb is 378, 2 touchdowns, 25 receptions. Looking at this thing. The Lions are 3-point favorites, usually 3.5 point favorites. Usually their home team is a 3 point. So that's huge. 52.5 over and under. Lions are 170 money line, which ain't a bad bet. 145 plus 145 for the Cowboys. Uh, Obviously looking at this matchup coming into this game, honestly, um, if we being quite frank, man, Dallas is built all wrong. They played Dak a bunch. They played Dak a bunch of money last year or this year, and then they wanted him to come in and be the guy. They wanted him to come in and be the guy, and that end up, in my opinion, they end up being a problem, and because they didn't invest nothing into the running game. So when they didn't invest anything into the running game, they didn't invest anything into the running game. That became a problem. But when Dak was at his best, as far as successfully winning football games and all that type of stuff, they were running the football. So Dallas didn't want to spend the money on Derrick Henry to run the football. I think that became a big issue. In addition to that, not wanting to run that football with Derrick Henry or getting Derrick Henry to find a better run game. Now they're pretty much one dimensional. Um, they moving CD Lamb around. They lost Brandon Cooks. He's also injured, and then on top of losing Brandon Cooks, y'all, they counting on Jalen Torbert to come in and do his thing. And he's been stepping up. I liked him coming out of college a lot, but in my humble opinion, uh, they're asking a lot of these guys to come in and fill in for no run game. They should have got a run game before anything. And one of the things the Cowboys ain't good at is stopping the run and running the football. Two things you need to be good at to be a successful football team: run the ball and stop the football, stopping the run and running the football and getting after the passer. They can get after the passer, especially if they get a lead with Lawrence and Micah Parsons. But in my opinion, for them to be successful in this game, CD Lamb got to have a big night. Last time versus us, CD Lamb, he had that long play thanks to, Derek Barnes. You know what I'm saying? He had that really long play, and Derek Barnes kind of whiffed on that sack, and, that kind of was the difference in the game with the penalty as well, too. So, he whiffed on that. But nonetheless, nonetheless, that hurt us. But carrying on. But for them to win the game, they got to get some run game going. If that's the short passing game, put CD in the backfield. That's using the fullback. If that's, using the short passing game to the backs and to the receivers, they got to run the football. If they don't run the football, Lions one of the best teams at stopping the run since last season, going into this season that's carried on. They don't stop the football. The Lions really can just double CD Lamb and make somebody else beat you. Maybe Ferguson, the tight end, maybe Tolbert. But they got to find a way to run the football. And then, defensively, you pretty much want to take away the run for Detroit if you Dallas, and you want to take away Goff's first read. And if you could take away the run in his first read and make him go to the second read, then you got a great shot. You got an excellent shot at that. So that's pretty much the game plan for them. I probably need a player or two on special teams for the Lions. It's simple. Run the football. Don't let them start running the football. Get pressure on Dak. Take away CD Lamb and, play action and look for plays down the field. I don't think the corner is still working his way back. And Trayvon Diggs, coming off that injury, he looking pretty good, but he still ain't 100% back yet. He'll probably tell you that. But I think for the Lions, run the football. Don't, come in with your attitude. You know what I'm saying? That, you was robbed last year, but what you want to do is come in, run the football, run it with a purpose. And if they can't stop the run, keep running the football. Don't even think about fucking passing it. And then, once they have to commit to the box, I think the next thing to do is to play action and not necessarily look for those plays down the field. But I will say look for those plays underneath, because you got some guys on this football team. You got some guys on this football team who can take it the distance. We seen Jameson Williams. He caught the touchdown last week. He had against, or 2 weeks ago, he had against Seattle. He said, I'm about to take this to the crib, and he did. So they got guys, once they get the ball in their hands, you know what I'm saying? Um, it's a wrap. They can go the distance. St. Brown can do it. Khalif can do it. J-Mo can do it. Jameer can do it. And on top of Jameer doing it, David Montgomery has shown the ability to do it. So, yeah, not necessarily, not necessarily to the point where you got to just look for a deep shot. They got some weapons now in Detroit where, you know, um, they got some weapons in Detroit now where, um, they got some weapons in Detroit where, you know, that that you don't have to do much. You can just dump it off to them, and they can get explosive plays. So, yeah. So, in my opinion, this should be very, very this should be very, very interesting. So, um, you know, so this should be very, very interesting in how they play it. But honestly, they can bury Dallas here. In a lot of people's opinion, in a lot of people's opinion, they should have buried that. Pittsburgh should have helped the burial, and then Pittsburgh didn't hold up on their end of the bargain last week. I think Dallas got a hell of a schedule after this. I think after they get done with this game, um, they got 49ers, Falcons, Eagles, Texans, Commanders straight. So, um, yeah, the Lions can do themselves some service and get them the hell up out of here and help bury them, which Pittsburgh should have did. So, yeah, I don't think it's never easy with the Lions, especially going on the road with anybody. It's never really easy in my opinion. Yeah, it's never really easy. Yeah, it's never really easy. So, but I think they'll find a way to win going to Dallas. I think it'll be a 24-31 type of game. I think it'll be competitive. I think Dak is going to show up. I think the Lions still trying to shore up their defense. I think, Tyrion probably get another penalty, crucial penalty. Carlton might get a couple of them going to Dallas. They going to cheat. So they got to really emphasize, keeping their hands to themselves. They have to emphasize that, keeping their hands off those receivers, and only way they can lose it if they don't come in motivated and they allow the refs to put it in their hands. But I got the Lions winning by what I say 31-24 by 7, but it's going to be a good competitive game. I don't see it being a blowout. I can see Dallas winning because how they be treating Dallas in Dallas, um but overall be a good game. I like the Lions to cover the 3.5. Obviously, I like the Lions at the negative 170 money line. What else can we say? Um, yeah, I like them with the money line. Over and under at 52.5. Obviously, my prediction puts them over the 52.5. So I take the over. But yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Hit the link tree. You can find me on X, Facebook, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you think in the comment section. One time for the one time. Peace.